Hey to everybody out there. I know you fathers did a lot this year. Look at that water, man. I want to go swimming for Father's Day right now. But I've decided I'm going to sweep and mop this entire house, top to bottom. And I'm going to start right now. So I'm going to sweep first, and then I already made me a bucket of, this is a big house, so this is a big undertaking. So I made me a bucket of pine sol and water already, right there. Pine sol, I like the smell of it. Going to smell like a pine forest in here when I'm done. And it's going to be clean and disinfected. So let me get busy with that. And I'm going to move everything off this wall, start on that side and come this way. Start down the stairs. Nah, I'll do this whole room and the bathroom last. Then I'll change the water. Then I'll go down the stairs and do the family room down there. And then probably change the water and do the rest of the house, probably 3 different buckets. Cause that's how I roll. Gotta keep a clean bucket, mister. Otherwise you're just gonna spread dirt around. Oh my gosh, look at, there's some swimming water right there. Man, I could go swimming then clean the house. No, I'm gonna be hot from mopping and stuff. That'd be a good time to, but the faster I get to mopping, the faster I get to do it. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to 62 to Freedom. And you know, please subscribe and help me out a little bit. Hit the like, hit the super thanks if you want to support the channel. Or you can go to the description down where it says more ... right underneath the video, and you can click that more ... and it'll show you the rest of the description, and you'll see some funny things I say in the description. Every video has something. I try to think something crazy up. If you're bored, you know, you can look through those. Or you can hit that hyperlink with the blue letters and go to 62 store. Buy a t-shirt, buy a coffee cup, buy jogging pants, a gag gift for your girl. Jogging pants, gag gift for your girl for any occasion. Birthday, Christmas, holiday, just because you love her. Just buy her that. But it's not that bad of a gag, but I don't know. She might not even get it. All right, you have to go there to find out what that is. All right, 62's out. Like I said, it's Father's Day, and so for Father's Day, I swept and mopped the whole house. But it's only lunchtime now and it's almost ready in 20 minutes. I'm gonna take me a little Father's Day dip. And my wife is making me my favorite meal, Senegal. Bad boy Senegal. And probably ain't gonna be able to eat the meat, you know. And probably not many of the vegetables because, you know, my dental procedures. So, check it out, it's pretty calm out there. Oh yeah, the swimming will commence. It's nice and calm. All right, I'm gonna find me a couple of big rocks out there too. Rock with me. Hey, 62 to Freedom is back. Hit that subscribe button and everything. So, you know, this is the tropics, so I'm getting tired of sweeping up 1,000 ants every day. So I'm gonna go after their lair. You know, I got some diatomaceous earth. You know, it's harmless to humans. Diatoms, you know, from the sea, you know, it's supposed to dry up the shell. It might have been working, but it wasn't doing, I don't know. They just walked right over it and kept walking on it and never ended. You know, there must be millions of them or something, but I decided to go a different route, you know, my great-grandparents told me about, and they told me to use borax. And so I looked it up on line, and I came up with my own theory and used their mix, water, sugar, borax mix, and I have it right there. I got brown sugar in there because it was cheaper. Anyway, I wanted to wave the bottom up, and I'm like, how are they going to stand in there? They're going to just crawl through those holes and just bend over and drink, you know, like a horse out of a trough. So I gave them something to stand on there and drink their fill. Plus, those rocks kind of weigh the bottom so they don't tip over. So that's the plan. And borax, you know, it's not like poison, so I hope this works. Supposedly, they get some and take it back to the queen. You know, the queen has got to eat if she's going to be laying eggs. So it's din time. It's din time. So we're going to see how this works. And, you know, I'm constantly altering my reality. This is how I will put that. So, I don't know, probably around Saturday I will go and get my stitches out, and they possibly will do some work to the bottom at the same time. That's what I'm hoping for, to hurry up and, you know, so that, you know, we do all this waiting for the bone and the implants to heal 3 or 4 months. We should be getting some other stuff done. That's my theory anyway. So, and he did mention something about we could do that. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna get in touch with him tomorrow and seal the deal, you know, for something to happen during the stitch removal. So that's it. 62, you know, the Ninja van brought my order from Lazada. Lazada's like Amazon over here. And they brought it on a motorcycle. And so that's the borax. I had to order the borax. So we're gonna see how it works. Come and get it. So, accomplished everything that I set out to do today. You know, I named stuff low so that it's easy to accomplish. So that's why I accomplished everything. Anyway, I swept the whole house and mopped the whole house on Father's Day. So it's crispy clean in there. And actually I did some extra because in the I ordered from Lazada, which is like Amazon, ordered the borax to try on the ants. So that was the extra thing I did today. So then after I got finished doing that, my wife made me my favorite meal for lunch, pork Senegal, and I ate some of that. You know, I couldn't eat much because of my dental procedures. So after I swept and mopped the whole house, I went for a swim out there. It's still pretty calm, but it was calmer than that earlier. And early this morning, it was super calm. So it was easy floating out there. I just floated around out there for a while and swam a little bit, did a little floating on my back paddling and swimming like that a little bit. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So then after that, you know, I ate my favorite meal for Father's Day. Then I made up the little containers with borax and sugar and water in it. And I don't know. Maybe these are not very smart ants. You know, they're having a hard time. You know, I looked online and, you know, I drilled some holes in there in the cup. See the hole in there? They're all the way around it, but I put some ladders on some of them because they look like they're having a hard time finding the holes. I don't know. That's how it was. That's how they had it online. Just like that. They only made 4 holes. I made 5, so in case the ants didn't have good vision, they could see. Evidently, I don't know, they can't climb these cups, or they don't like the mixture. Maybe I I put an even amount of borax and same amount of sugar and borax. Then I put water in it, but it doesn't seem like they're that interested in it. Maybe I should have put more sugar. And less borax. You know, if I put more sugar, then they would maybe possibly attract them more so that they would eat the borax and carry it back to the queen, hopefully. But on some of them I made a ladder, you know, put a little straw up there and put the other end in their path and put a little bit of the sticky stuff on the end to attract them to the ladder that goes up to the hole. Because once they get going in there, they will tell everybody else, hey, this is the way. So tomorrow, the deal tomorrow is, you know, I'm going to call the dentist and schedule, because at the end of next week is the time, Saturday actually, is the time I'm supposed to get the stitches out. So I'm going to talk to him tomorrow via text and see if I can't get something done on the lower part. I know I've been tormented enough, it seemed like, but I got no teeth up on my upper jaw. But I'm finding a way to get something to eat, you know. Just it's suffering a little bit, but it don't really bother me too much, you know. The means to an end, you know. So you gotta no pain, no gain, and all that junk. But you see the down there on my avocado plant, you see how it's white at the base? Yeah, I swept up that row of diatomaceous earth that I was trying against the ants, which they say works, but I don't know. They just walked right over it. The army just kept going right over it, and it was no problem. They didn't slow down or nothing. I don't know. It didn't work. Either that or it was killing them, and there's just so many of them, and it didn't matter. Take months, but I was hoping for the borax, but the way they say to do it, put it in these cups and drill the holes. I don't think they're not even going in there. I'm gonna try to pour some just in the lid. I'm gonna try that. See if they'll go in the lid and eat it. I don't know what's going wrong. So anyway, hit the subscribe button for 62 to Freedom. Help the old guy out. And you know what we're shooting for is, what we shot for was early retirement and building this house with my 401k. And I did that, and I didn't even start my 401k until I was 47. 47 and retired at 61 3/4 really. I retired so that 6 months before, then by the time I was actually 62, I could actually collect the first check. So I went as soon as I possibly could to get Social Security. I mean, I could have I could have retired 5 years before that and then just didn't collect anything for 5 years because I already qualified for Social Security. But it would have been even a smaller check. Come to find out, you know, with the prices here, I could have did it. I could have stopped at, like, I don't know. If I was younger, if I could turn back the clock, I would have started saving at, 25 and retired at 45 and did the same thing, except I just would have used saved money to buy my house, pay for the construction of my house, and to buy the property. Then I just would have retired then at 45. And that was about the time I was still interested in it. About 45 was about, that's when my interest in working diminished a lot because I really, I was making aircraft carrier shafts by then, and I just, basically conquered everything. I was programming CNC and operating machines that were big, almost $1 million objects, $500,000 objects and stuff like that. So it was boring. Wanted just to get away from working. Working is overrated, unless you're working for yourself, really. Even then, you don't feel like going through the grind anymore. I didn't feel like it. I go through a grind now. A grind that I figure out how much of a grind it's going to be, when it's going to be, where it's going to be, if it's going to be. My grind today, this was Sunday. My grind today, the hardest thing I did was swim. But hey, that's a job. It's a job to get your bathing suit on, and get out there in the water, and start swimming around. Anyway, subscribe to 62. Click the like at least. And once again, happy Father's Day. I just wanted to show you my shirt. It's Father's Day. Ask your mother. I had this for a while, so it's, I feel funny if I wear it some other day. I have done that a couple times. Just so I could always show my daughter, hey, look, it's not Father's Day, is it? I said, no. Just ask your mom. Ask your mom. That's fungus among us. That it rhymed thunder among us.